Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Choices, Finding Your Joy. Paula Vail here. I am just so happy to be with you today. I have a great guest for everyone today. I have Sarah Smith. She is an entrepreneur and much, much more. She is going to discuss the great topic of at-home business. You know, something that is huge for so many and a growing industry. So right off, I want to say a big welcome, Sarah. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Paula. I'm honored to be, sharing a little bit of time with you. This will be a great show.
Yes, we're going to have fun. Please begin with a bit of your background and share, all the versatile things that you do, Sarah.
Okay. Let's see. Well, my background, is really, has been in the healing arts for the last 14 years. I've been a licensed massage therapist, really focusing on health and wellness, and something I've absolutely loved. By nature, I'm an entrepreneur. And I do have to say that it started at a very young age. So as soon as I was allowed to have an allowance, I was very excited. I wanted to help people. I wanted to make a little bit of money. I wanted to share that. And really, do a lot of good in that way. So, my first job was when I was 14. I had to get a work permit. So I think the work ethic piece of being an entrepreneur is definitely in the blood. And I did everything from hang coats to wash dishes to you name it, and really got a lot out of that. So I think, my entrepreneurial path is quite different now. I own two businesses that I absolutely love. I own the Integrative Studio, which is my healing space, and really where I see clients for massage and have for the last 14 years, which is amazing. Yes. And I'm really blessed to have a successful career. It's really something that I feel right in alignment with and has been just a beautiful path. It wasn't until about 4 years ago when my husband and I were healing from Lyme disease that we really were not able to work. And so we did at that point realize how important it would be to have a plan B. Mm-hmm. And that's where our home-based business came into play. Our plan B to create another income stream, simply happened because Lyme disease is a do-it-yourself disease. As many of you may or may not know, you kind of have to figure it out on your own, and it takes a lot of money to do that. My husband was also in the trades. His hands were in the mix as the carpenter. My hands were in the mix as a massage therapist, and we had a 2-year-old daughter at the time. And, frankly, when we weren't working, we were not making a paycheck. So at that point in time, it really became this thing like, what can we do? How, there's got to be a better way. Yes. And so, really our plan B has now become our plan A, and it's really what I'm passionate about and really excited to share with all of you rock star, entrepreneurial women out there.
I love it.
Because it's there's a lot to it. So I'm going to, share a little bit about that.
Please. Yes. Thank you. I love it. And this type of business really is a great way to create a passive income, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us all about it, Sarah.
Yeah. So one, I kind of jotted down 5 points, like why home-based business. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have joined a home-based business. I always felt like it was too salesy, or it might've been for people who couldn't find a real job. It really, I never really resonated with it, but, it's because I wasn't in alignment with the right company. It's because I didn't have a product or a service that I was really, truly passionate about.
Yeah.
And so one, I just want to say that home-based business, for all of you women out there, it's a great way to actually develop a 6-figure income if you are kind of the go-getter type. And what I mean by that is really 6% of all working women are making 6 figures, okay? And out of that 6%, 85% of those are doing it through home-based business. So this is just a great I would say it's a way that women can really get out there and leverage kind of the networks they've created all through their lives. Women are great networkers and really align with a company. So, you know, there's a global need for supplemental income. 95% of people right now can't retire. when they reach the age of 65. And they're filling out applications for Walmart where, and it's really pretty sad. So there's really a need for the income. Social Security is not quite covering it.
Yeah.
There's a need to be engaged in, really active in the world, to be a citizen of the world and to be connected. I think people live longer when they're connected and feeling like they're part of a movement, or they have a purpose. So that, home-based business and kind of aligning yourself with something like that really lends to that.
And I have to say, I love that you mentioned, it can be a product or a service you're passionate about. How wonderful to network and create a home business with a product that you are passionate about, and that product, getting it out there, is a service to others because you know how much it helps them.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And it allows you, when you're helping people, that's what we all really want to do. The bottom line to happiness and how happy someone is really how many people can you help? And if you can help a lot of people and have a huge sphere of influence in helping a lot of people, that level of satisfaction and fulfillment with yourself is really, really tends to be very fulfilling. Today, also, the world is a network. So home-based businesses just are, it's kind of a trend right now to have a home-based business, something that's really, that where you can tap into, there are 3 times more people today that are connected through hundreds of people on the internet, like more so than 20 years ago with social media, with the internet. And to really tap into that network and to be able to have free communication globally just makes this, like, we can do this show virtually, which is fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah. So the last point I'll make on why home-based business is that there is really unparalleled growth. People are just figuring out what successful business models are in, network marketing is one of the top industries where you can kind of create a residual or passive income. And so residual, the old business models right now really aren't working because people do need to diversify. We're in the gig economy, and the gig economy, can look like technology, and finding a gig because the world of technology is growing and changing so fast. But it's also when you're sitting at home, your 40-hour work, a week work is not enough to cover what you need to cover to raise a family these days. So you're looking for ways to diversify and align yourself. So home-based business really gives sort of yourself unlimited success with no cap to your financial picture.
And for a mother, with young children, a home-based business can be something she can do at home and, be with the children and be able to do both,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. People are wanting their time, and if you can, we all have residual bills, but if we could create a residual income to match the residual bills, it'll free us up to be able to live life.
Yes. Yes. And really, when you say a home networking business, it's like you plant a seed and you just watch it grow, and it's just going to grow.
Right. We think about our natural sharing of information. If we have a good book or a good restaurant or somebody who cuts your hair that you really love, we share that all the time. So this is really just being able to create a network for a distribution of a service just through word of mouth. So yeah, it's been successful.
Now, Sarah, tell us, I have a couple questions. I would like you to share with all the viewers what they would do, or, give them some advice to how to look in and find a networking business I'd like to begin. But also, please share with us what your networking business is. I would love to hear about it.
Oh, okay. Great. Well, when I first started looking at network marketing companies, I did not expect to find one that had everything in alignment that needed to be the best one. But as I have looked into the industry and looked into other companies, I have gone through a process to be able to vet a really good business opportunity. So I wanted to share that with everybody because it truly is important to know if all the 6 key components, of an opportunity are there. And I'm going to go into that in just a sec. What I'm doing is I've aligned with a company called LifeVantage, which is really leading the field in nutrigenomics. And it's how all natural compounds react with our DNA. It's a breakthrough in science. It's ground floor, publicly traded, first to market products. And so I've been working for LifeVantage for 4 years, developing the first networks, have absolutely loved it, and I'm in expansion mode, that's for sure. But there's some things that I'm going to walk you through that will really help you if you're looking for something, make a really good decision, because it's really important. A lot of people get really excited because it's an emotion-based sort of response when you're talking about something you really love. But maybe you don't know what the compensation plan is. Maybe you don't know if the market is saturated. So those are things that you really want to pay attention to. So the very first thing you're going to think about when you're looking at any home-based business is the company itself. The 6 key components basically are company, the system, the timing, the products, the compensation, and the trends. Okay, so all of these things really need to be right in alignment for you to be kind of set up for success. We always hear about, our aunt's brother's sister who failed in network marketing and is upset about it and will never do it again. But maybe there are some key components that she didn't really look at that would have steered her to another direction. So with a company, a company that is in network marketing is either public or private. Now, 1% of all network marketing companies are public, and that's actually very important. If you are with a public company, that means the level of transparency is paramount, and the ethical, all of the financials are transparent. You know how many distributors are with the company. And it's very rare. I just happened to find a network marketing company that is publicly traded, and that I was excited about that. So, that gives you a clear picture of everything. You also want to be with a company, is it in its growth phase or is it, sort of flatlining? And so you really kind of want to know where that company is with where they are in the trends. Is it a fad? Is it a trend? Or is it flatlining? So that's something you want to be aware of as well. You want to love the company story. And I think we're all, as we go through life, and especially with network marketing, you really get good at telling your story. And if your story doesn't align and you don't really jive or resonate with the company story, you may want to take a second look, because you really have to be passionate about the company that you're aligning with. So know what the company story is. Look at the leadership at the head of the company. Who's actually running the ship? Because you have a lot of people that were distributors that just decide to start companies. And because they saw a lack of what was happening in the last, company. So you want to look for leadership. You want to make sure they have a good track record in the industry. Okay. And then as far as branding goes, where is your product or service? Is it branded yet? I know we're in the branding phase right now. But if you are, are there teams, are they aligned with a cycling team, or do celebrities sort of represent that product? Where is the branding happening with the company? Because that's very important as well. So that's sort of the first point with the company that you might want to just be aware of. And then, if you're looking at trends, that's the second. Is it a trend or a fad? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm a product of the 80s. The trend there was, jelly bracelets and feathered hair and bell bottoms, right? Am I wearing those today? No. But so trends, right. Trends are long lasting, and fads will come and go. So when you're looking at trends, health and wellness and home-based business, the two together are a trend right now, and are really going to produce the most new millionaires in the next decade. Yes. I think it's projected to be 10 million new millionaires in the next decade, with very low overhead to get involved with a company. So that's kind of the magic combination if you're in alignment with something like that. You also want to look at what the percentage of sales from customers versus distributors are. So if your company is all distributors with very little customer base, it might not be in alignment with what the regulations are, because you need to have at least a 70% customer base with a 30% distributor base to be considered a network marketing and be in alignment with what the Direct Sellers Association says. So you kind of want to look at that breakdown between, are you a distributor that's kind of just repping the product or just taking the product, or are you a customer from a distributor?
Yeah, that's a great point. Look at the balance of distributors to customers. Excellent. Yes. Excellent, Sarah.
Yes. Yep. So you definitely want to want that as well. I'll move on to products. Products, they need to be unique. I know, patent protected, consumable. Is it going to be a monthly auto ship? I know, there's some products where I'll bring up Tupperware. I have my grandmother's Tupperware and it's still in really good condition. So you just want to make sure that, how many times you're going to buy a vacuum cleaner or a knife set, so you just want to see where that turnover in monthly auto ships are, because that is really what creates your residual income, is the monthly orders from customers in your business. Yes. Are your products third-party validated? Are they heavily researched? Do they have the certifications that you need? And do you have exclusive distribution rights? I know there are some where part of it's retail, part of it's in a network. You really want to know if you have exclusive distribution rights to your product or service. Okay. So that's something to be aware of with the products. I feel really lucky because ours are first to market. They're patented and they have all the certifications. So that's pretty exciting. It was all check pluses there.
Excellent.
So the next is the system. And the system is really, you could think about it as systems don't fail, people do. It's really, if there's a system in place for you to plug in and learn what you need to learn to run your business without having to reinvent the wheel, you're going to have a really, really great network that's duplicating something very simple. Yeah. So if there's no system in place where there are events, trainings, a way to start your distributor off right on a day one and a day two, something that's very simple and duplicatable, there's not a system for that, it tends to slow your business down. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I would think that it would be really valuable, Sarah, to be part of a company where you have a really great support base. So you don't get into it and just kind of get lost because you're not sure what direction to go. Having a really great support base with that company, I would think would be huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel, I know a lot of the breakdown for people happens when they get their business in the box and then there's no one there to help them get started. Wow. So that's definitely something you want to look at, is who's your support team? Who's your upline? Do you like them? Really get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
And then timing is the next, and one of the last, next to compensation. But when you're looking at timing is key. It's actually, I'm going to just draw this out for you so you can get a visual. So this is my little
fun
whiteboard here.
Love it. Love visual.
Does that look okay for you?
Oh, fantastic, Sarah.
Great. So timing is everything in network marketing. It is like location in real estate. So, it's all about location with real estate. With network marketing, it's all about timing. And so Peter Drucker drew a business S-curve here. I'm going to draw that here. And what this is showing is the trajectory of all successful businesses, brick and mortar and network marketing.
Uh-huh.
And here you are right here. You're happy. You've just come up with your idea, your business. And then you sink all your time and your money and your creative juices into starting a business. And 95% of businesses fail within that first 3 to 5 years. This is about 3 to 5 years. And then if you're lucky, you break even. And if you're on a positive trajectory for growth, branding is going to happen. Hopefully this isn't backwards for you, but I'm going to write it out anyway. Yeah. So branding happens. And then from here, 80% of the growth happens. It happens once and it happens very fast. Wow. And this is where 80% of all of the sales of a company happen. And that's where 80% of all the commissions are paid out to the people who are first to lay the first networks for a company. And then up here is 2 to 7% growth, okay? That's stabilization. So when we're talking about stabilization here, we're talking about companies that we know and love, like Tupperware, like Mary Kay, like, Amway. We'll talk about the granddaddy, right? And so these are all billion-dollar companies, okay, right up here. And the Direct Sellers Association, who basically they check out and they regulate and monitor all network marketing companies, and they certify them. They make sure that their ethical practices are right in alignment. They make sure that kind of everything's up to par. There's 20,000 network marketing companies. Only 200 make this list. Okay, so the DSA is a good place to check on your company. DSA.org. So the DSA got together with Harvard Business School, and what they found is that 3 things. That if the saturation point for most companies, okay, who are billion-dollar companies, you have 2 to 5 million distributors right up here in these granddaddy and these billion-dollar companies, okay? And that's per market.
Okay.
So 2 to 5 million distributors per market. That would be saturation, okay? And then not the best time to get involved with the company unless you just want to move product and you're not really looking to financially secure your future. But if you're looking at an opportunity where there's 500,000 distributors, okay, those distributors have half the chance of really, making it. So it's a cutting edge opportunity. And lastly, what I want to show you is that at 135,000 distributors, that's where momentum kicks off. That is where you want to be involved. It's a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity because they get to drive sort of the growth of the company. Yeah. So you're really looking for this number as a once-in-a-lifetime, okay? It's 135,000 distributors. So it was easier just to show you kind of that trajectory there because I think a lot of people may get in late to the party and want to really try to, make, create a good residual income, and it's really honestly quite difficult to do unless you're very good at sales, right? Yeah. So, and compensation really is the last point. And you really just want to know there are a couple of different, there's the unilevel and the bi-level. You really want to understand what those are and if it fits your personality. Like, there's a personality thing to it because the unilevel, if you see yourself doing this in the next, for the next 3 to 5 years and you want to build it out slowly, you can do it in a unilevel way. You can do it when you want. It's your business kind of thing. In a bi-level, in a binary, I called it a bi-level binary, you are, it's kind of the type A fast-paced, build, hustle, kind of more of that. So you really want to look at those things. So
and really, we set our pace. We set our pace because it's our business, correct?
Right. Yes. Correct. Yep. So that is kind of, it's a lot of information packed into a little bit of time, but I feel really lucky that I found sort of my dream home-based business, and it's really become my primary focus. which I'm excited about. And, I'm in one of the top 1% of the earners in this company right now, and excited for my family's future and kind of where we're going with this. And I do want to throw it out there that I am looking for my next set of entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial women, to mentor and train if they are, kind of committed to really going for it and going for the 6-figure income. And, I really, this is a great, the home-based business that I am involved with is really pretty phenomenal.
And your product is fantastic. I actually have been using the product about a year. I love it. I was thrilled, to learn what product you're representing. Please tell everyone how they can get a hold of you, Sarah, because that is an absolutely fantastic opportunity that you're sharing with them.
Yeah, thank you. There are a couple of ways. I'm on LinkedIn under Sarah Stevens Smith. You can call me actually at 207-752-7972. And you can email me at smithaction10@gmail.com. That's smithaction10@gmail.com.
Excellent. And also, if you would like to learn a little bit more, everyone, check out my show page, and you will see a banner, and you can just click on that and get more information as well. So, yeah, this is so fantastic, Sarah. I mean, this, what a great opening and a great opportunity that this is for people everywhere, and my gosh, some of the points you made and that you shared with us, I did not realize, and I would think a lot of viewers out there don't realize this. This was really a great message and a great show, Sarah. I really appreciate this.
Thank you. Do you have any questions or anything? Are you?
No, not really. Just basically, you pretty much spilled it out, and I just see it because I am an entrepreneur at heart, restaurant owner to radio host to now TV host. I'm really excited about it because it's so great when we can, get into something, share a fantastic product or service, and be in control of our income and our future. And you're fantastic. You know your stuff, Sarah. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. A+, absolutely love it. So I'm so happy to have had you on the show. We are pretty much, we have to say goodbye. Any last thing you'd like to say to the viewers today?
Yeah, if you have any questions or really want to use me as a resource in helping you vet a company, feel free to reach out. I honestly love helping women who are entrepreneurial and want to take their first steps into a home-based business, because I know for me I was a little bit uncertain as to how to do it, and I'd be happy to help no matter what company you're looking at or excited about, but I really would be happy to help you.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's so fantastic. Mm-hmm. And a big thank you to all the viewers out there. Thank you for joining us. Love, hugs, and blessings. Sarah, love, hugs, blessings to you.
All right. Thanks, Paula.
Bye.
Bye.